Hi Anu, thanks for coming and meeting with me. So we were talking the other day about you're looking for a ward clerk, a new ward clerk joined in your workplace, need a training in communication in health setting, right?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so I had a look and then I found a unit that I emailed to you. So we will discuss for whether we are on the same page, and then I can make a nice plan for you. So you were talking about how old is she? You said this new ward clerk. She's like 19
19 years.
She just finished her.
Yeah, just finish her uni. It's fresh high school,
Okay.
like
Okay. So I would like to know how is her learn LLM, any LLM challenges for her?
No, she is like a probably teenager. She is like well versed in talking, like her reading skill, everything. Like she's a high school. She just finished high school. She's going to start
So
uni
I would
soon.
say maybe average to good.
I would say good.
Good. Okay. So but she never worked in the front line before.
No, she hasn't. She has never worked.
Okay, and she need to communicate with the hospital setting.
Yes.
With multidisciplinary
Yes,
team.
yes.
And then she should use digital media. Of course, she will be knowing,
Yeah.
but then bit more needs improvement on it. Yes.
Yeah, I would say more of the hospital way. You know how to retrieve the records and things like that. Yeah, that's mainly because they are definitely the gaming and social media savvy. They are, but it's just that more of it's hospital setting, like how
And then she have to deal with people with diverse cultures.
that's
Yes.
different.
Yeah. So, what sort of mode of delivery you think it is good for her? Will it be face to face?
I would, because see, like I said, she is just finished her high school. She's going to start uni. I do not want to burden her too much. I don't think she will be fine completely face to face, like every day going to uni, or like too much. I would say more of long length, like more slow paced learning, which will accommodate her also her work and uni in between that, like it's not too much of stress to her.
So what we will do is maybe a combination of face to face and on the job training, which is a communication. Of course, we have to assess her on the job training as well. Okay, so the assessment strategies, as we discussed, will be mainly face to face, or because we have to see how she's communicate, and then some practice activities in the workplace. Yes. And then some self-studies on her own time. Do you think it will be okay? So the program which the learning program I found is like for 12 weeks. You think it will be too much, or 12
think
weeks is fine?
12 weeks should be
Okay, and a final assessment by week 11. Okay, so some practice activities every 2 weeks, maybe 4 hours or 3 hours of learning, and then some sort of production of an item, or case scenarios, or role play, or some quizzes, and then we'll give every second week to assess to see whether she's improving or not. Okay, so we are expecting about 40 hours of training altogether with some self-paced learning. Okay, so what all resources you think will be available in your hospital?
Computers, then handouts, then there is telephone.
Okay, and some policy manuals.
Policy
manuals. Okay, and some worksheets as well. Yes, and assessment method. What sort of assessment method you think it would be good for her? Because it is communication, of course, it is a direct observation, and then because it's a portfolio, we'll ask her to make a portfolio, and then sometimes third-party assessment, because direct observation won't be possible all the time because in a hospital setting, right? So the LLM requirement for this particular learning program, so learning she should be able to ability to complete the task within the job role, and then reading she should be able to read the guidelines. You said she can do all this, so that shouldn't be a problem. And writing, she should know the grammar, speed, and knowledge of medical terminology. If she has not done the medical terminology, we can discuss with her that she can do further studies on it. Okay, and then all communication, the grammar, speed, and pronunciation, of course, because it is communication, and the numeracy, some sort of typing numbers, phone calls,
phone numbers,
and then fax machine or whatever. Okay, so what sort of work health and safety issues can be happening in your hospital?
Because it's a hospital setting, definitely it'll be your infection control, and that she should be well versed in infection control policies, and also the hand hygiene. Yeah, that we should include. The fire safety is mandatory, fire and basic. Then what else? Like posture, because
yes, manual
obviously she's
handling.
manual handling.
Okay, and the electrical equipment like the computers, if the hospital will make sure it is been checked and everything, but she have to make sure it is been checked, the quality check is been done. Okay, so excellent. So sounds like a good idea. Is there anything else you wanted to
I
add?
think it's all summed up. I think, yeah.
Okay, so I'll just document all that up and I'll email to you before we go ahead. Okay,
No worries.
give me a feedback in writing and then I can improve us.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.